Hello beautiful souls. So in this video, we are going to talk about how people treat their shadows. So after knowing what shadow is and why to do shadow work, it's time to buckle up and see our relation with our shadows. But before diving into the main topic, let's talk how knowing this is going to help you. So we will be talking about this in the end of the video as well, but just for giving you a little idea. So firstly, it's going to help us to know how we react when our shadows are triggered. Secondly, it's going to help you to recognize what is the biggest trauma of your life. We will be discussing it again in the end of the episode. So let's now get into the main topic. So different people have different reaction to a situation. Similarly, there are a number of ways how people treat their shadows. Basically, I found different, few of these reactions in myself, in my journey, and I see it as running towards the shadows, running away from them, justifying them, being blind to it, or healing them or giving them direction. So let's discuss each one of them. Justifying. So here we justify our shadows. Like, has it ever happened to you that you did something wrong and you knew that you have done something wrong, but you were like, I reacted that way because following happened. That's called justifying your shadows. Also, in this, we are in this victim mentality, and thus we believe that since we are the victim, we are bound to behave that way. Second, maskers. So here we run away from our shadows, or say we suppress our shadows. Here we portray that we are all good, calm, relaxed, but inside we do feel these emotions like anger, sadness, or want to shout at someone. But we suppress all those emotions and portray as good. Basically, because we want to be in the good books of the people, and thus it can be said that here we are people pleaser too. Like we do things because we want to be accepted by the people. Next is runners. Okay, so maskers mask because they want to please, but runners run because they are afraid to fail. Here we run towards our shadow for the shelter. Here we want to run away from the world. And how do we do it? By creating a wall around us, by showing this egoistical side to the world so that no one dares to come near us. Here we believe that everything happens for punishing us, and thus we try to, create this wall to skip this punishment. And like say, if a justifier do something wrong, then they are going to justify that why they did this. Now, if a runner did something wrong and you point it out, then they are going to jump on you with another shadow to cover up their first shadow. Next is tempt. So here we are taught by the wounded souls living here before us. Everything, the ego, selfishness, everything is inherited. They are blind from the start because they never saw the truth. And in this state, we are very clingy to what we have been taught. And we does not like when others try to touch our false truth. Next, healers. Okay, so in this zone, we heal our shadows, we work with them, we give them a direction. Or say, we make our storeroom a guest room. But a real misconception people have is that once we are in this healer zone, we get into this zone. Means we remain in this zone for forever. It does not happen like that. Means we are in the healer zone, but sometimes we drift apart in another zone, like we justify our shadows. Now, when when we get back to our table, then we will see a bigger picture and later on, and then like, okay, So that was the situation, and we are going to reflect on that. So basically, we get into the healer zone and sometimes behave in other zones like we justify it or suppress it. That's completely normal. So yeah, that was all I have found. I hope you will find your own group in your own journey. But let's get back to how is it going to help you again. So firstly, it's going to help you to what you do when you are triggered. Like you get into this fight or flight zone, or you get into a victim mentality. Let's say you are a masker, right? Now, when your shadows are triggered, you are going to be like, no, 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 I should not be feeling this. No, I'm a good person. I should not be getting angry. No, I'm not a I'm a good person. So I should not be thinking like that for somebody else. So that's how, you get to know what you do when your shadows are triggered. The second one was the biggest trauma of your life. Now, let's say you are a runner in your life, or maybe your lens are, you know, too dusty to see the truth, but you believe that everything happened in your life to punish you. And you think that if I get into the people, then, and if I am perceived as wrong, then they are going to hurt me. Like, say, you have been bullied in the past, and there is some part of you which holds that if I open up a lot with the people, then they might bully me. And thus you keep that distance from them, does not giving them the opportunity to again bully them. So yeah, that's it for the episode. In further episode, we will be getting into each one of them and knowing what causes us to be a justifier, the runner, temp, masker. So yeah, I really wish now that you take some time and identify which group you resonate with. And before ending this episode, I just want to tell you that I'm not trying to mock or judge anyone with this video. I hope, please know that I hold that space for you to be completely who you are, even with your shadows. And I hope you do the same for yourself. With that said, thank you for being here. Hope to see you in the next episode. Till then, keep exploring, keep learning, keep living. Have a wonderful life. Bye.